Hi everyone, it's Denisse again, and welcome to another episode. This is going to be a really short one because it's just ranting about random stuff, and I love to do this. I love to do this. So to start off, let's put on a song that I want to put a small clip of this before going deeper. Now, take a look at this clip. Okay, got it? I know. I used to be part of the team that would say, this is horrible. What's going on? People, America, what's going on? Right? The race to the bottom that people are talking about, that's real when you see this. But then I thought, because then you get this division about why are you judging on, Black culture people? This is just stereotyping the communities and stuff. But then I thought about it, and you know what? I have this same opinion about the reggaeton singers that have emerged lately, atrocious, horrible, disgusting. But I also end up loving some of the songs that become viral, and you cannot escape from catching up with the songs. And you know who I'm talking about, fucking Bad Bunny. I don't like that guy. I don't like anything about him. But I know some of his songs, and I do dance to some of his songs. So, of course, just because I've been influenced about this too, I have also been unable to get this song out of my head. Thanks to Funky Dineba, who used to say he hated it, and now he loves it, right? Because it's inevitable. I know, Funky, I get it. Hands on your knees, let your coochie breathe. And you know what? Yeah, that coochie needs to breathe every now and then, because there's a lot of people going out here, you can tell from going into the metros and buses here. Some people aren't letting their coochie breathe, man. They need to let that coochie breathe. Yeah. Anyway, hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. But you know what I think about this too? I think these little kids need to let's pretend this is a belt, okay? An actual belt. Bring the belt, people. Spank their asses. Why are these kids dancing to this song? That's not okay. Which means the parenting is not parenting. Know what I'm saying? Something's not okay in the household. And that's where you draw the line. I can take the poor decisions of listening and dancing to the tune because I'm an adult. But these little baby girls, what are we teaching them, people? What are we teaching them? Same goes for the shitty-ass parenthood that some of the Latin people are doing, putting these songs to their baby girls and boys and asking them to dance in parties, kids' parties, to nasty reggaeton songs. Not good. Draw the line. Okay, next thing. Kanye, whatever his name is these days. I still am a huge fan of his music. I think the guy's quite talented, but I think he's going off the rails now. Take a look at this short clip now.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good.
What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Ye. I'm from Mars or
Mars is in the house, but definitely Chi-Town. Stop playing with him, man. You see the boy. Yeah, describe your fit.
you see that
Black
one?
Damn. Gloves.
Nike gloves. Marnie leather. Rains jacket. Titanium tee.
Damn. Okay, you're not playing around today. You're on a bad time. Okay. If you give anybody a styling tip, what would it be?
Me. That's the only tip you need to know. Me.
Yeah. Growing up in Chicago, what's some of your favorite brands?
Jabot. Jordan.
Uh-huh.
That was my favorite.
Okay. What's your favorite meal?
Us, nah.
And what's your zodiac sign?
Gemini. You know
Big
that?
Gemini.
Yeah.
We see you, Bianca. You look good. Thank you so much. Thank you, yeah.
Brother, what is going on with the teeth? Like that thing that he's wearing on his teeth and his gums. Like he looks like he hasn't brushed his teeth for weeks with that thing on. Like disgusting. I don't care how much money he has. He looks dirty, you know? Him and his wife or whatever this woman is to him, pet, it seems to me. But yeah, it's nasty. Do you see her like breasts? We're gonna call them breasts because we don't want to be too vulgar. But those things are falling to the ground, lady. Like that's not sexy either. Now, what are we doing, Kanye? Yay, yo, whatever. Stop it. Like, don't care, don't like it. It's gotta stop. Like, you claim to have found Jesus. I actually think you believe you're Jesus, which is not okay. But if you would have found Jesus, trust me, Jesus wouldn't be dressing that way or portraying what you're portraying with you and this woman, your wife, or whoever she is to you. It's just wrong. Like, it doesn't look good. I hope you can find the light again and just stick to your music and give us some good tunes, man, because we really enjoy your music when you're doing well. Like, it's really cool. You know, more of the old tunes that we know. Like, come on, just get better. Well, then the Spanglish. Let's turn to Spanglish because this was a trending topic within a group of friends that I have, like, which are my old senior high school friends. And they popped out this video. Take a look at this clip now.
Hola Cromo, yo soy Bernice.
Yo soy Lexa y ahorita vamos a hacer un What's in Our Bag.
In my bag tenemos mi compu, lo más importante, mi chapstick. Prefiero dejar mi wallet, pero no dejar mi chapstick en mi casa. Wallet.
Now, these are girls from Honduras, actually. So it can happen in any other Latin American country as well, not only Honduras. But did you catch up what we're trying to point out here? Like, dude, what's up with the Spanglish? Like, why are you on purpose replacing all of the known words to all of the people that you're talking to? Because this is like a channel from a news channel, from a society channel in Honduras that is kind of famous. You know, like a lot of people would tune in and watch or see or follow. And they're just replacing every known word for random English words to pretend to be cool, I guess. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're not cool, man, when you're doing that. Like, who told you that Spanglish speaking is okay? Like, it's either you're doing English or you're doing Spanish. And like we said, like, we actually talked about this. Like, every now and then, if you are speaking because of, you know, circumstances in a different language that is not your mother language, of course, every now and then you're going to be caught up with words that come out to be easier in another language for you because you get it all mixed up in your head. But it's not like on purpose trying to replace your normal language that everybody else that you're talking to, in this case, these girls who are talking to a Honduran public, they speak Spanish, for Christ's sake. Like, fuck off, man, with the Spanglish. Like, and I've seen it a lot. There's another woman that I follow that she's into fashion and shit. I like her a lot, but I usually watch everything that she's doing and mute it. You know, I actually watch what she posts and stories, but not with her with not with volume, not listening to her, because whenever she's speaking, she's Spanglishing the entire time. Like, sounds so lame to me. Like, why? Who are you trying to impress? Seriously, with that. Like, we know you speak English. Cool. But we also know where you're from. Okay? So why are you mixing? The point is not to replace your language. That's not the problem, whether you want to speak English. I'm speaking English now. Why are you not speaking Spanish? Some people would say. Okay, fine, but it's either I speak Spanish or I speak English, but I won't be doing like the whole, porque tú sabes, like, no, man, English or Spanish, just decide. And with that, I also want to talk about the people who leave their countries and 1 year later, no, it doesn't even take them 10, 15 years later. Some people, it takes them months or 1 year later to lose their accent, their original accent, even if it's the same. Like people who actually, let's say, speak Spanish from Latin America and they leave for some reason and start living in Spain. And then 1 year later, you hear them and they're speaking to you in a Spanish with the Spanish accent. Fuck you with that shit, okay? Talk about not having an identity. Your Spanish is your Spanish and your accent is your accent. Why would you replace that? Now, I do agree, like when you're speaking in another language, like I am, like when I speak English, my tone of voice kind of changes too. So that's normal because, of course, I'm trying to speak the other language with the correct accent, with the correct pronunciation. Same in French, same in Italian if you're trying to speak Italian or German, okay? It's going to get you easier to communicate with people if you're actually speaking to them in their good accent. But if you massacre the language's accent, of course, people are not going to understand you well. And it sounds horrible. I was having this conversation with a French person, actually, and they were making fun of themselves, like French, because they say that a lot of French people, when they're trying to speak, in English, they always like pronounce it with their French accent. So it's difficult to understand what they're saying. And this person was trying to, I remember now. This is someone who is French, who was trying to improve her English. And then she went into an English course, but it was taught by a French person speaking English, And then she actually had to tell to the person, you know what? I think I'm going to have to change instructor because your accent is not allowing me to concentrate. Like I'm thinking in French the entire time because you're speaking with English to me in a French accent. And then when I try to practice my English with people who only speak English with a normal English accent, I can understand shit because the lessons that I'm receiving to practice my English lessons are with a French accent. So do you know what I'm saying? Makes sense, right? Yeah. So it's a total different thing. Like for you to speak another language and make the pronunciations. Where it's like, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. Like people from South America, from a specific country, you know who you are. You have a terrible English accent. Then we have this cliche that people expect for all of us Latinos to speak the same way in English. We don't, okay? We don't. We have actually good pronunciation in English, a lot of us. Because we went to bilingual schools and we had English people like Native American teachers or English teachers, from Great Britain too. So that's why we have a good accent. But then these people from South America countries, some of them have like this atrocious accent. And then everybody expects for you to have the same pronunciation. And then some people who are learning from Central America just mimic that accent like that's the accent. No, dude, no. Speak normal English. Speak normal accents in general. Don't do Spanglish though. What we're discussing today, that's lame, okay? That's stupid. And don't forget where you're from. Like, it's funny. It's funny. And we've made so much fun of this through all the time. Like, people who cross borders, like people who leave, let's say, again, putting Honduras as an example. People leave from Honduras, immigrants, and they walk up like the other lady said, to try to reach the American dream, they have to pass through Mexico, and the Mexicans have their own accents as well. Like, no mames, güey. No way. La Chicano, güey. Like, they do have their accents, and bravo for the Mexicans. They stand out. And you know what? There's something I like about Mexicans is they really stick to their roots. And I saw that in Guatemala too. They still have very good attachment to their indigenous roots, and they keep that and they're proud of it. And all of us should be the same way. But anyway, so again, going back to the stories, like people who reach Mexico before they reach the US, trying to cross the border, and then they spend a few months in Mexico, and then you talk to them and they start talking to you with the Mexican accents, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? You've been there like for months and you're talking to me in Mexican now? The hell? From Honduras. So, just saying, don't lose your roots. Like, come on, people. Come on. Have a personality, man. Have a personality. And finally, the last topic that I wanted to address is this whole topic about conservatorships and guardianships that are more and more these days becoming a normal thing. And still, it's so much alerting to me because it's not okay. You know, it's happening to famous people. Imagine for those people who don't have like somebody taking care of them at all, like in the public eye. I wonder how many people are under these oppressed situations that they can't say anything, and people just start handling their money and their finances and their life. You know what I mean? It's like we have seen like very famous cases, and I was one of the promoters, and I feel bad about it, about the Free Britney movement. I know. I mean, were her family the best people to look after her? I don't think so till this day. Like, I think they have been leeching out of her own life and success for years. But then having just let somebody that was forced to go through treatments that ended up, you know, messing with her thoughts and thought process. That was not the best decision either. Now that I see it, and I'm sorry about that. Like, I know a lot of people were saying, like, don't ask for a Free Britney, you know, because you have no idea. But now I see it. Like, she's gone wild on social media, and I feel so sorry for her.
Britney Spears dancing with knives. I started playing in the kitchen with knives today. Watch as she spins around her house, twirling the blades. Don't worry, they are not real knives. Halloween is soon, she tells her 42 million followers.
That's one case. Then, I'm sorry, but Kanye West, at some point, somebody's gonna intervene. If not, they already have. Like, he surrounded himself with people who are not telling him the truth. Like, whatever he's doing is out of hand now. And it's fucked up. And this is the problem with these famous people. They seem to be surrounding themselves with people who are not interested in their well-being at all. And that must be so fucked up. You know, if we think about it, like, people who have so much money but are surrounded by people who don't give a fuck about them other than their money and how to get an opportunity at getting a grasp of their money. And that must be fucked up. So this is where I think, do I want to be rich? And then I think, the hell yeah, I want to be rich. You know, famous? I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to be famous. I want to be rich though. Anyway, that's a second case. And then we have the latest one that I've heard that I feel so sorry about. And I saw the documentary and I feel heartbroken after watching that documentary, which is Wendy Williams. I loved her. I loved watching her show. I would tune in her show almost every day as well. I loved it. How you doing? You know? I loved her. And a lot of people are saying like it's karma because she has been so critical of other people and she has been mingling in other people's lives for so long. Perhaps, but it doesn't mean that somebody should be treated the way she's being treated, you know, so incompetently. Because they're making her feel like she's unable to do anything by her own ways. And the whole idea of having a bank retain her money, that's scary. You know, she has been working her ass off, whether we agree in the way she did it or not. Like, that's not fair anyway. The woman worked for it, so she deserves to enjoy her money. And then the whole fucked up situation with her husband as well, you know, like he played her with the whole mistress story and everything, and they popped a baby too. Fucked up. The whole story is so fucked up. And then portraying her in this manner in that documentary is just so fucked up in so many levels. I really hope there is a reason for them to be doing that to her, like a positive one, because otherwise it's not how we would like to remember her at all, you know. She gave like a very well put together woman when she was on TV, and now you see her and she's destroyed, like her even her beauty. Like, no, I don't agree with it. Like, it's fucked up. And her son seems to be hurting a lot as well, like from all of the family members. Like, I get that there's family members that are appearing, even brother, but the two genuine ones that I saw from the whole documentary are her dad and her son. Like, both of them, it's like you can tell when somebody's being real, you know. The other ones, I still have my doubts on what the reasons are behind their actions, you know. But yeah, horrible, horrible situation. So I hope that she gets, because she is under some sort of conservatorship or guardianship. And then she has a trial coming up to see if they are able to change that. But gotta be careful, man. Like, you don't know who is on your best interest after all that has gone down. And then the last one would be the most alarming one, that I think it's something that needs to be hold on to attention, but nobody's really, most people are either making fun or supporting it, like, or pretending that nothing wrong is going on. But Joe Biden, man, like, the guy is barely able to stand up and make coherent phrases at this point. And they're kind of forcing for him to go on another run. I don't think that's healthy. Like, the guy needs to go rest, you know? The guy needs to go and retire already. But whoever is taking care of him as well, I don't think they have the best interests either. So, again, scary stuff. So anyway, let me know what you think about all this. And we're going to be talking about other trending, ranting, and things, because I really like to stay tuned with all this. I'm not gonna lie. It's interesting. It's appealing. It's another thing to connect in some way with reality and unreality, because they portray things and then they come up to be another thing, and it's just interesting. So thanks for listening and watching, and see you next time. Bye.